$1,000 last month. And I went, okay, I need to pay attention because the previous year I made $11,000 as a preschool teacher. So I got started in the industry, and in my first year in 1988, I only share this with you just to let you know the difference between where I was before I got involved in this industry. I made a quarter of a million, and actually $258,000 my first year in this industry. And people always say, "How did you do that?" And you may be going, well, what is this industry? It's social marketing, and how we make money is by referring products. And so the reason I always like to share that story with people is because people go, gosh, you hit a home run right off the bat. And I said, you know what? I fell in love with this industry because when you really understand what we're all about, we're a people building business. And that's something that, I didn't change it in 12 months time. The difference was I had a team of people helping me each month. So it's like, that's what we want to show you. And you're on this call for the first time. We want to welcome you tonight. I get to introduce to you one of my best friends. He's just an amazing person. And we come from completely different backgrounds. I mean, he was already earning a six-figure income when he got involved in the industry at the same year I did. We didn't know each other back then, and our paths have crossed, and now we're working together. But he comes from the electrical engineer industry, the aerospace. And I love it because our minds are so different, and he is so methodical in the way he presents this company. And I love teaming up with him and having him share with you why Jeunesse.
Well, thank you, Sherry. And it's always a pleasure to join you on these great calls. And welcome to all the guests this evening, or good morning or good afternoon, depending on what time zone you're in. And as Sherry said, this call is really for brand new guests tonight. It's for those people who are looking at us for the first time and kind of wondering, what is this? A friend called, asked me to call in. Please tell me more. So what I'm going to do is start with a basic what if question. And that what if question is, if Jeunesse could improve your quality of life, what would that look or feel like? Now that means something different to everyone on the call tonight, but more importantly today, because of what's going on in the world, especially in the US and throughout the world, is what's your pivot? What are you going to do for those business people who are struggling? Their business has changed, their business model is changing. Maybe it's not going to come back the way it was, and you're wondering what the next move is. And those of you who are saying, well, I don't own a business, I have a job. Well, what's your plan B? That job may not be available when we're all out of quarantine, when they say as these phases open up. So people are left with really tough decisions. What am I going to do? And they really have no option. They're looking for options. Jeunesse is a phenomenal option. And it is a business. It is a business opportunity. So those of you looking at Jeunesse for the first time, you need to look at certain factors of what evaluating a business opportunity means. First, you need to look at the company. You need to look at the products. You need to look at the leadership in order to make those types of decisions. So let's talk a little bit about the company first. Jeunesse just celebrated its 10-year anniversary at the fourth quarter of last year. What's exciting as a company is within our first 5 years, we hit $1 billion. By the way, in the social marketing industry, you can count on one hand the number of companies that hit $1 billion within their first 5 years. We are one of them. What's even more exciting is for the next consecutive 5 years, we maintained $1 billion plus a year in sales. Really unheard of in this industry. So as a company itself, we definitely have a track record and we're strong. Secondly, we're in over 145 countries today. We have a system or a technology-based system that allows us to do business in multiple countries seamlessly. Meaning you could be here in the US, and it's interesting because Sherry shares one of her greatest stories. She met somebody here who introduced to someone back east, who introduced to someone in Italy, to introduce someone in South Africa. And that's a great thing about this business. And she did it all from her own home because we've been in a somewhat of a lockdown scenario. So we've got this technology that's already in place, this infrastructure that the company invested in. By the way, the owners of this company come from the technology industry, so they understood infrastructure was critical. And the other thing is they did something rather unique. They started marketing in the Asian market first. So instead of starting in the US, which by the way is the biggest market in the world, they started in Asia, which tends to be some of the second and third biggest market in the world. And then they moved into Europe, they moved into other countries throughout that part of the world. So here we are, a little over 10 years old, and we are the best kept secret in the United States. You have the technology, the support system, you have infrastructure, you have experience, you have over $7.5 billion of accumulated sales over the last 10 years. And the marketplace we're involved in is over $1 trillion industry. So next comes to what is our product category. Our product category is called the YES system. YES stands for Youth Enhancement System. We're talking about anti-aging. We're talking about turning off the aging gene internally. We're talking about turning on the youth generating gene. We're talking about increasing lifespan of the cells through telomeres. We're talking about an entire weight management scientifically developed program. We're talking about the latest and greatest technology from the inside out and the outside in. And tonight, we're very excited. We have someone here who has had a phenomenal result on the product, and I'm gonna let her share with you kind of her story. And she's sitting here to my left, and that's Karina. Karina, maybe you could tell the audience what's happened with you with the products.
Sure, I'd love to. Well, I'm really excited about Jeunesse. We have world-class products, world-class company, and the products themselves have actually transformed my skin just in the last 30 days. I wish it was 60 days already, but it's 30 days. So this product itself, the stem cells in this, is completely filled in like fine lines. It's actually hydrated my skin. It's plumped it. Has a beautiful APT 200 in it, which is in actually all of these products, all the blue line right here. So very excited about it. I love that you can put your makeup on with this product right here. Just splashes right on. It's effortless. And it just gives you that nice glow, puts the foundation on there so pretty and smooth. All the girls, are gonna feel like they're, superstar ready to take on the red carpet. So I love the products. I love how they make my skin feel. And I know that they're working from the inside out as well. So.
Well, great. Well, thank you. She
Yeah.
obviously is very lovely, beautiful skin, and looks fantastic. So the products definitely work. They deliver 100% of the time. That's what's great about it. And actually, any individual line we have can actually be its own standalone company. That's what's really exciting here at Jeunesse. So you actually get to choose. If you're into fitness and maybe you're into weight management and exercise and you're an athlete or a former athlete, our Zen line is awesome for you. Anyone who is over the age of 35 to 40, you're actually in a catabolic state where you're moving down in a decline. And our AM PM product, which not only will help you sleep amazingly, have great alertness, but it's actually going to turn off that aging gene. So as Karina said, with the topicals, you're reversing the aging from the outside out. With the ingestibles, you're reversing the aging from the inside out, which is quite exciting. So product line wise, you can be comfortable that we can address any need that is out there today with some really cutting edge technology, really category creators. As she talked about the Envy line, almost like an airbrushing technology with this APT 200, the whole stem cell technology in this spray on makeup and foundation. So some really exciting things, and there's something really here for everybody. And really the final piece of making a decision is looking at the leadership. And let's start out with the leadership of the company itself. Our company is headed up by an extremely powerful and extremely intelligent woman. Mathematics degree, understands business without any question, actually wrote the compensation plan, it really understands infrastructure and putting things together as a CEO. And her significant other, her husband, is actually what I like to refer to as the heart of the company. He grew up in some very difficult times, and a lot of you have heard his story. If you haven't, we've got some great videos on that the person who invited you on the phone could share with you. And he's got such a massive heart. All he wants to do is give back, and it's all about children. So we've got a whole piece of Jeunesse that's actually our Jeunesse Kids entire philanthropic piece, where 100% of the dollars raised are actually contributed. All administration is handled by Jeunesse Global. So truly is a unique situation. And that's our leadership. Wendy's son, Scott, who's our Chief Visionary Officer, has grown up with his mother in this industry. He's been taught by all the greats from Les Brown and a lot of the great speakers out there, and he's been on the big stages, and he's carrying on the vision of this company. The exciting part is tomorrow morning you can hear him live. For those of you want to make sure you tune in for that. So we have some great leadership from the company. Next, we come to the leadership, which is really critical, because this is a leadership that's going to support you, that brand new person looking at this saying, wow, this sounds so exciting, so amazing. I've never done anything like this, and I'm a little bit worried. What is it I'm going to do? So you've heard from two of us already. You have Sherry Sharman, who has been a stellar 7-figure income earner in the industry. She is a legend, believe me, a true legend on the world stages. Myself, I've been around just as long. We haven't shared a stage yet, but we are now. And so it's going to be pretty exciting. And so we've built internationally. We've had great success. We know what it takes to roll up your sleeves and go to work. And we know how to advance momentum, which is really exciting. The most important piece to our field leadership is really our special guest. And I'm not sure whether or not he's available yet. Have you 5 more minutes? Okay. He is, when we talk about hands-on, being involved in the business, we're talking about an individual who makes more monthly than 85 to 90% of the country makes yearly. And he is so involved in his business. Most people say when you make that kind of money, you're sitting around just enjoying life. Last year alone, he clocked over 400,000 air miles traveling the world to support his team. He is a hands-on, belly to belly. He'll get in the trenches with you. He knows how to build this business, and he's already proven it. So we're gonna go on a little bit until Adam's able to join us, and then we're just gonna jump back right over to him, because his story is really amazing. And the great thing about his story, he actually tells you what he did to build it and what he continues to do to build it. So if you just listen closely, he's going to give those $1 million secrets to you. So now you look at a company, strong product, timing couldn't be better, strong leadership for you, both corporate and field leadership. Now you start taking a look at, who do you know that wants to improve the quality of their life? And I know the answer already. It's everybody. There is nobody out there that says, I want absolutely nothing to change in my life. Because they may have all kinds of money, but their health may not be there. They definitely don't look the same. You know, I heard a statement years ago that death is inevitable, but aging is optional. We've got the power. By the way, our financial destiny is optional too. We have control over that if we choose to take control over that. And that's part of our discussion tonight. It's about you taking ownership of where you are right now. You have the power to make the difference. You know, I heard a statement years ago and it rings so true. And that is, success is nothing more than a decision away. You have a choice tonight to make that decision. You've been given the opportunity. The question is whether you choose to embrace it. And that's really what we're asking you to do, is take a look. Don't trust anything I say. Don't take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. Give us the opportunity to prove to you the quality of the product, the quality of the opportunity, and the quality of the leadership. So we believe that the strength in one can empower the many. It really starts with one. I remember years ago, I saw this great commercial and I really didn't understand it, but it rings so true in my life right now. It was for Herbal Essence shampoo. And it had this beautiful blonde and then it doubled. She told two and she told two and it kept filling the screen, building exactly the type of business model we build. It's about you coming in and you sharing this with two people, the two people you care most about, to get started. And all they do is share it with two people, and so on, and so on, and so on. And all of a sudden you could have 10, 20, 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 50,000, 200,000. It doesn't matter, in your team. And the exciting part is you get paid on every single dollar of product that they purchase. So is Adam ready to join us? Is he here?
He's ready to
Fantastic.
join us. And before we introduce him, I just want to let everyone know, because we have so many guests on this call, and this may be unique to you, you know, this whole concept that social marketing and the way we build the business. But I want to share with you, I was retired for 4 years and I was living in Australia. I see my fiance Alex out there. I want to do a shout out to him, who is here. And there's only one person on this planet that could get me to come out of retirement and do this business again. And I'm so thankful that he did, and he didn't give up on me. So like some of you may have been called a couple times to get on this call, and you know, you're busy and things are going on. Well, I was always too busy, you know, and finally what Adam did, because we've got a 25-year friendship. One, I trust him. So obviously you trust the person who got you on this call, but also he knows my hot spots. And my hot spots is I love people building. I love helping people become successful. And this man has helped way more people than I have. And I went, wow, in just 8-year period, not only is he a double diamond, this close to going triple diamond with the company, he has got a worldwide team of leaders that are not just networkers. They're people that have owned their own businesses, that, you know, some of the top people in the industry are in his sales organization. People that have never ever thought they would do this business have gotten involved because of this gentleman. And he's a amazing husband, family man. He has 2 beautiful children, and I'm just so excited that he took the time to get on our call tonight, because I know he's been doing Zoom after Zoom after Zoom all day long, because his team is worldwide. So Adam Vincent Gilmer, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Oh, you're welcome, Sherry. And hey, Jeff, good to see you. And
Good to see you.
hi, everybody. I'm coming to you from my home here in Southern California. And Sherry's right. This has been like, I think, the 18th and 19th Zoom I've done today. My wife and I are going to get a workout in, so I changed into the outfit to do that, because I promised her we'd work out together this evening. But so everybody knows, Jeunesse is an amazing, amazing company. I'm really glad that Sherry took me up on the offer to say, hey, come on out and take a look at the company. Because when you get to meet the owners of the company, and in particular, Wendy Lewis, who's been written up as one of the most influential women in the direct sales industry several times. I think it's like 6 or 7 times now. She's absolutely amazing when it comes down to operations and getting the job done. And then her son, Scott, is becoming groomed to really run things. He'll be 40 here and 40 years old. And he's really stepping up to the plate to say, hey, let's go into this next phase of taking the company from $1 billion a year business to, a 2, 3, maybe $4 billion a year business. And, so I like to tell people it's just the beginning, even though I've been in the business now in Jeunesse now for 8 years, 8.5 maybe, because our son's 8.5. And I made the decision when I first joined Jeunesse. I was actually hired as a consultant to work with Wendy. Really operationally, I kind of knew this business and I was going to look at doing my own company. But then I found out how she worked and what she was all about, some of the decisions she made. And I was like, man, those are the decisions I would make. So I could trust what was happening inside the inner walls of the company. And I decided then I would go build a international business. And last year, just to put it in perspective, because I know nobody's traveling right now, but last year I did 467,000 miles of travel around the world. Our son AJ, although he's 8.5, he's on his 3rd passport. So is my wife, because we would travel together as a family, building the business, going from country to country, continent to continent. Having great food, meeting amazing people, very much like all of you that are on this Zoom call now, just looking for a chance to be able to change your life. I'm not just talking about a change in lifestyle. I'm talking about a change in thinking, a change in how you wake up every day, and a way for you to say, man, let me go get after my life and make some amazing things take place. And it doesn't matter what background you've had. I've seen people from all kinds of backgrounds become amazingly successful inside Jeunesse. And it's really a testament to not only incredible products, an incredible company, but also an amazing compensation plan. And those key things, those pillars keep showing up over and over again inside the Jeunesse compensation plan, the products, and the management. So your job is you just got to be able to share, very much like you'd be sharing a good movie or, a good bottle of wine or what have you, and say, hey, listen, you should try this. And that's what I like how we get people started. Now, if you've had experience in building a direct sales company, I definitely like to hear from you personally. You can get with any of the leaders on the phone here, Jeff or Sherry, and say, hey, listen, let's go meet up, or let's have a personal phone call so we can really get down to the nitty gritty of what we can do to build the business. The company also believes in reinvesting in its leadership. And I think that's one of the key things that makes Jeunesse truly amazing is the company, when we're able to travel again, will have fly-ins to the corporate office. One of the main events I spoke at last year was in Brazil. There was over 18,000 people in the arena. In fact, it's the Jeunesse arena in Brazil. It's one of the largest there. And, people say, what's it like to talk in front of so many people? I'm like, listen, you get used to it. But the incredible thing is the energy. And when you understand that you're able to, through Jeunesse, you're able to fuel people's real, dreams. And, dreams never, ever age, right? We tend to get, we look at our dreams and say, oh my goodness, is it possible? Is it possible? And I like to put a choice in front of people and say, look, what if you had a chance? Because, we all went to school. A lot of us went to college. We all learned and put ourselves inside a system that said, listen, not knocking anybody's job, but go and work from like certain hours every day, and be in crazy traffic and what have you, and then try and balance family and, spirituality and a whole bunch of things that are going on in life. And what most people don't realize is that although we've been on this incredible pandemic, one of the great blessings of having a worldwide business is that every single week, in fact, today's another day where a check arrives in the mail. Okay. And it's funny, but I talked about this yesterday at a little event that I did along with Sherry. And we talked about, residual income or, passive income coming in from the work that we've done over the last several years. And although it sounds like a dream come true, I'm telling all of you that if you do similar things that, any of the leaders are doing on this Zoom call, or the things that I do, plan, organize, strategize, work with the right kinds of people, like the group that we have here right now, and say, okay, what are my goals and objectives, and really get serious. It's not going to happen in your first month or your second month or your third month. Everybody's looking for an instant, way to make a ton of money. I'm sorry, that's not the plan here. But what you can do is start out in the plan, choose a package as a part-time, full-time, and I love the big-time way to get started as an ambassador inside Jeunesse. So I do part-time, full-time, big-time, because that way you can go after this business. And then start to work your plan. And the game plan really here is have a good work ethic every day. Make sure you're contacting somebody every day. Make sure you're following up with their contacts who they introduce you to every single day. And what you notice from hour to hour as you're actually building this business is that you don't even notice how much time is going by, and you spend a whole day on Zoom calls. You spend a whole day following up, and your groups are getting bigger and bigger, and more product is moving through this organization, and the commission checks are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. One of the great things about having a business here at Jeunesse is that you can launch a business and have it go worldwide very, very quickly. And what I mean by that, I know somebody on this Zoom call here knows somebody in France, somebody in Italy, Germany, Spain, maybe Russia, Latin America, Asia, and whatever other country I shot, Australia. Sorry, Sherry, and Alex. But you know somebody there. Say, listen, let's get them on the phone. Let's have a brief contact with them and explain to them what's actually happening, what's going on, and how they can get involved in a multi-billion-dollar business, and how you can actually get started in business for a little startup fee and a product package. And you can participate in this incredible plan. The last thing I'm going to talk about here is connecting with the leaders. I think one of the most important things that you can do on this call or afterwards is make sure you get really, really strong connections and connect up with not only the person that got you on this, but connect up with one of the presenters tonight, okay? So that you two can be directly connected to success. And then when you're introducing somebody else new, you can always say, hey, listen, let me tell you about who my new business partner is. And if you don't know me good enough yet, you go ahead and call me a business partner, because if you join the sales organization and you're engaged, I'm here to help you build an incredible business along with this amazing team. So I can't wait to see you. I'm going to say on the beaches of the world when travel opens up again. If some of you are located here in Southern California, I live at a great place, a great little place to come down and meet and greet and say hello when we're able to travel. But I'm really proud to be on the call. Thank you so much for inviting me and being part of your call tonight, guys. And I can't wait to see you soon. Thank you. Take care and God bless.
Thank you so much, Adam. And for everybody that's on the call for your very first time, having Adam on a call like this is, like he said, you can say you know him, because you do. And what he was talking about, letting us help you connect, that's what we do. I just did a strategy call today with Shannon, and we were talking about how she's this close to laying everything out to go to this level called Sapphire. And some of you that are on this call have an opportunity to work with her. And guess what? The only way she can succeed and go to the next level of this company is by helping you. So when you think about that, I don't know how many careers you've had in life and everything like that, but imagine the person who brings you to a company that they can't get a pay raise unless they help you. So there's an incentive, and that's why I love this business so much. And I really would love, Jeffrey, if you would just kind of add a couple things about how to get started, because there's so many brand new people on here, because I know what people are saying right now. What's my next step?
Got it. Well, let's make it real easy for everyone. This is always, as we come to the end of the call, the distributors don't know what to say to their guests, and the guests are wondering what the next step is. So we'll make it real easy. You're going to fall into one of three categories. Category A, we can say, you say, hey, no thanks to the product, no thanks to the business, not interested in looking better, feeling better, or supplementing my income. It's okay. We want to thank you for your time, for the investment of 30 minutes you made this evening. And maybe someday we might be able to do something with you. Category B, someone says, wow, these products sound phenomenal. How do I get them? And the person who invited you on could get you started tonight. It's that quick, or this morning, depending on what part of the world you're calling in. And then there's the next category, category C, where, hey, I love what I'm hearing about the products, the company, the opportunity. I'm ready to pivot. I'm ready for my plan B. I want product. I want business. Show me what to do next. So get back to that person who invited you on the call. First off, thank them for thinking enough about you to invite you to this call tonight, and then let them know I fall in category A, B, or C. And as Adam said, we're here to support you. So those of you who want to go to work, you have Sherry, you have me, you have Adam, you have all the other people involved, from Michael, Yolanda, Jennifer, Karina, Danny, everyone else on the phone, Shannon, Rika, all the leaders that are here to work for you. Like Sherry said, our success is dependent on your success. It's not like corporate America. So this is really, truly an exciting time for all of you. I want to thank you all this evening for your time, for your attentiveness. I wish you all the best of health and wealth. I'm going to pass the call back over to Sherry, but before I do, let me throw one last thing that just popped in my mind here. Tomorrow, you have Scott Lewis, who is Wendy's son, our Chief Visionary Officer, that you can put your guests on. Now, let me show you how easy it is to build this business. Tonight, some of you are guests on this call, and some of you are distributors who are talking to potential guests. Tomorrow, guests, you can invite people on the line to hear from our Chief Visionary Officer. Then on Saturday, we have some of the most amazing, powerful ladies that are going to do an amazing Super Saturday training that you can dial into. Then next Tuesday night, we're going to do another call at 6 p.m., which will help advance your momentum. And by next Thursday, all of the guests can have 2 or 3 of their own guests on the phone. And all of you distributors who wished you would have had guests on the phone need to get to work and get people on the calls, because we're here to build the business for you. Your job is to generate some excitement and then peak and pass them. And you pass them to calls, to videos, to Zoom meetings. Let us do the work for you. So I'm really excited. As you can tell, we have a phenomenal opportunity. The timing couldn't be better. If I wasn't in, I'd sign up tonight myself. Back to you, Sherry.
Well, thank you, Jeffrey. And thank you, all of you that have joined us. And like Jeffrey said, tomorrow's a big day. I mean, we do a leadership call every month. Last month, we had Wendy and Randy, the founders, on our leadership call. This tomorrow on May 15th, we have Scott Lewis, and not everyone gets them on their calls. So just know this is very, very special. So if you're brand new and you want to hear from the management, you want to hear what is going on, we definitely want to invite you. We'll send out a Zoom link for your leader who invited you this call so they can get it to you. But just like Jeffrey said, what if you invited 2 people? You all know that I was a preschool teacher. When electrical engineer is Jeffrey. I keep the business very simple. How many of you know 2 people? See the happy face? That's you. That's you getting started. Thank you, David, for raising your hand. I saw that. So all of you know 2 people that can make a major difference in your life, because 2 people in this business who know 2 people, and it grows and grows and grows. And all of a sudden you've got thousands of people responsible for your income. And it just started with 2. So what if in this next week, not only do we get a chance to talk to those 2 people and help you build your business, but we'll talk to their 2 people and we'll start building this. And like Jeffrey said, every Tuesday we do a training call. For those of you going, well, I don't know how to do this. Well, guess what? That's our job. We'll teach you. We'll show you how to do it. On Saturday, we do a Super Saturday, and I see Rika's on this call. She's going to be our special guest speaker. She's going to be speaking. You're going to hear from Shannon. And it is kind of ladies. And for all of you ladies and gentlemen are out there, just understand that, and Adam said this last night, he said that there's more millionaires, women in Jeunesse than any of the other companies out there. So when you look at that opportunity that you're offering, don't be nervous about it. Don't be afraid. You're offering to work with a billion-dollar company that is looking for leadership, looking for people to grow. and we've got the best opportunity out there. So with that, we want to say thank you so much for your time. We're going to open it up so we can all say goodbye, because it's my absolute favorite part, is being able to say hi to everybody. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Thanks, Sherry.
Hi,
Thank you, Jeffrey.
George.
Hi, guys. I miss
Thank
you.
you.
Hey, Lucas.
Thank you for everything.
Oh, Mary
Thank you so
Kay,
much for
Sean,
coming.
hi. Patrick, Patrick,
Always.
George and Mary.
Time to see you.
How are you?
Bye, George. Bye, Michael. Bye,
Shirley.
Yolanda. Bye, Sherry.
Hi,
Bye.
Hi, Shirley.
I see Shirley. Doctor. I love all your messages. They're so awesome. Thank you guys, every one of you, for
Thanks,
joining me. Jennifer.
Hi, Yolanda.
Hi, everybody. Rika.
Thank you.
Hi,
Yeah.
Sue. Hi, Sue. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Linda.
Thank you.
And Crystal, good to see you.
Thanks.
Thanks, George. Thanks, everybody. Laurel. There's my Laurel. Laurel.
Bye. Hello.
Bye.
Thank you,
Christina.
Sherry.
Hi, Christina. Rick.
Bye,
from
Sharon.
Sacramento.
Yeah.
Eshy, where's
Come up
Werner?
here. Come on.
Eshy, where's Werner? Don't see Werner. She hung up. All right, Hilda, thank you. It's always a pleasure.
You too, Sherry. Bye.
Bye, Denny.
Love you, Sherry.
Bye. Thank you for joining us. Alex.
Love you.
Hi, babe. Thanks,
Bye, everyone.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. David, thanks for joining us again. Everybody get with their person they invited. We had some great guests on tonight. It was a great.
Michael.
Thank you, Shannon, for setting everything up as always. You make me breathe easier. And based on what you went through with the call tonight, I'm so thankful it wasn't me. So that's what last minute we had to change rooms. So it was, and that thanks to Shannon, she got us a room. So everybody applaud Shannon.
I'm just so glad we got it figured out.
Yay, Shannon.
Yeah, she did a good job. So Alex, everybody wants to hear your voice.
Yes, speak.
Remind me.
Sweet nothings to Sherry. Let's hear you speak sweet nothings.
Sweet nothing.
Something. Sorry, sweet
All
something.
right. It was a good call. Enjoyed seeing you all, whoever I can see on screen.
Yeah,
Oh, what a
Thank
strange
you,
accent.
Alex.
I love his accent. His accent is the same as yours, Michael. But at least he shows his face.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
Mike, what's wrong with you? Got a bad hair day.
All right, David.
right call.
Hey, David, guess what? I see you still on the call.